Hello everyone. Today I want to make this video about adverbs and adjectives and how we use them in the sentence. Many international students, second language learners, really struggle with identifying these parts of grammar in a sentence, and or they just struggle to make the correct suffix, or to just find the correct meaning of these parts of grammar in English language. So let's have a look here at the adverbs. Adverbs describe how, where, or when an action took place in a sentence. And if you remember, if you watch my previous videos, and my students, they know that I always tell them to put a question to any piece of grammar in a sentence, and find down which part of grammar that is. If you really struggle, you can't find an answer. So in a sentence, we have words, and we can ask questions to those words. In case of adverbs, we always ask how, where, when, how much, how often. Let's look here. How. Let's say how something is done. Remember that adverbs, they describe verbs. That is why we have this piece of word here in this part of grammar. Adverb. It's like add a verb. So how is quietly, how peacefully, how carefully, how slowly, badly, closely, easily, well, fast, quickly, cheerfully. Let's look where, above, abroad, far, away, back, here, outside, backwards, behind, below, down, etc. When something happened, the action happened. Now, yesterday, soon, later, tomorrow, yet, already, tonight, today, then, last year. How much? Quite, fairly, too, enormously, entirely, very, extremely, rather, almost, absolutely, just. These are degree adverbs, but just you see these words, try to remember which part of sentence or which part of grammar they are adverbs, just adverbs. But they describe, they tell you a degree of something. They can be used with other adverbs together. So how often? Adverbs also tell us how often something happens. Always, sometimes, often, frequently, normally, generally, usually, occasionally, seldom, rarely, never. This is just the list of the most common adverbs. But now let's look at them somewhat closer. All right, guys, so we just now looked at the adverbs. So here, let's just put down again what questions we ask the adverb word. What this word tells us in a sentence. So we ask how, when, how something happened, when something happened, where something happened. We also can ask how much, how often. The main thing here is to understand that the adverb describe describes a verb. Any verb in a sentence. So this is the rule of the adverb, that adverb, here is this, you see verb, right? So it already tells you that something is happening with the verb in the sentence, right? And literally, it just tells you adverb. All right, so it means that this verb just describes a verb. This is just a bit of a hint. The part of the verb is verb. So for you to remember that this adverb describes a verb. Okay, describes an action, in other words. Right? So now let's look at the adjectives and try to say what it does in a sentence and what questions we put to adjectives. So adjectives, in their turn, they describe. Adjective describe a noun. Okay, and it only describes a noun. It doesn't describe pronoun. It just describes a noun. We can call a noun, we can call a person. So adjective can describe a person or a thing, right? So a noun can be a person or thing, or I just put the arrow. Noun can be a person or it can be a thing. So this is something to remember in regards of the rule. We also can put a question to adjective. For example, which. Yes, so which is this noun? Because the adjective describes a noun, so we put a question to this word, which. What type, what kind, what sort, etc. So similar questions like what type, what kind, what sort. Now let's look at the example. If an adjective describes a person or a thing, let's try to describe your friend. So your task now, describe your friend. Describe your friend. What can you say about your friend? Let's do he. He is. My friend is. Let's do this. My friend is. What can you say about your friend? All words you'll be using now about your friend, all those words are adjectives. So now you're going to describe your friend using adjectives, okay? So, for example, kind. My friend is kind. If you put a question to this word, kind, you can say, which is your friend? Or what type of person is your friend? Yeah, what sort of person is your friend? So the adjective will answer these questions. My friend is kind. And you see, it's a big difference that adjectives describe nouns and adverbs describe an action, a verb here, okay? So adverbs literally describe action here. They just describe action. So let's come back to my friend. So my friend is nice. What other nice words, adjectives you can use here? Well, for example, you can say Jan. Jan is describing a person, right? This is adjective. Clever. My friend is clever. My friend is cheerful. Cheerful. My friend is helpful. My friend is polite. My friend, well, we are using very positive adjectives here. So nice, right? Nice. My friend is talkative. My friend can be lazy. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. My friend is, you can say maybe smart. You can say tall. You can say beautiful. So all of these words are describing different qualities of a person, right? So we are describing a person. Also, we can describe anything, right? Just like this. So we can use different examples and just describe anything. Well, let's just talk about, for instance, red rose, right? So I'm describing a rose. I just say it's a red rose. Or I can say it's a black cat. We're using color adjectives right here. Black cat. We can say big house. So you have to here, let me just help you just a bit, that here you need to understand that we have a noun. In this case, noun is my friend. Friend is a noun, my friend is a subject. Is a linking verb, state of being. It links noun and adjective. It's not an action, there is no action here. So noun and adjective describes my friend, right? Describe this noun. And there can be million of adjectives describing only one noun. All right, see here, red rose. Adjectives can come before noun as well, or after the linking verb to be, which is here in this case, or opposite. You can say just kind friend, young friend, clever friend, etc. Like here. So red describes the noun rose, right? Black describes the noun cat. Big describes the noun house. So this is the big difference between adjectives and adverbs, just in understanding what it actually describes, what other part of grammar it describes. Thus, it makes a big difference here. Now, for example, let me give you an example here. He talks angrily. He talks angrily. Okay, so this is an adverb, right? And it describes the way he talks, right? So what question we can put here? We can put the question how. He talks how, or not when, not where. In this case, we're just talking about how he talks. We're describing the way he performs the action, right? So angrily. Other example, I don't know. She smiles happily. Again, it is the same example, right? So adjective or adverb here is happily, and again, we put the same question, how? For example, as one, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So adverb here, now there's a huge difference between this and this, between adjectives and adverbs and the sentences. So tomorrow is an adverb of time and it tells you when, right? So we put here a different question, yes. When? Tomorrow. Today, tonight, etc. It and where, so it actually can tell you the location. Okay, let's put this. The cat sits. The cat sits here. A very simple example, and the question is where? Where? We put a question. So adverb literally answers your questions, like how, when, where, how much, how often, in a sentence, right? And it refers to a verb, to an action. It has nothing to do with the subject or noun of the sentence. So now let's look at something else. Everyone knows that adverbs have or sometimes add suffix ly, right? Which is not common for adjectives. It's only with adverbs. Only adverbs add suffix ly. And what we have, let's look at some. We can make adverbs from adjectives by adding suffix ly. For example, let's just look here. For example, okay, nice. Oh, it's too big. Yeah, let me change it. Nice, nicely. We add suffix ly, and we get the adverb. He's nice. He talks nicely. In first sentence, we describe a person. In second sentence, we describe a verb. Okay? Loud. Loudly. Quiet. We just add the suffix ly to get the adverb. And it will tell you how something is happening. Something is being done. How. Okay? ly usually tells how something is done. Loudly, quiet, quietly. Quietly. Again, happy, happily, just as an example. Okay, with this, there are some irregular adverbs also. Let them put here as well. Irregular adverbs. Most common is fast. We never add ly to fast, so it remains fast. He runs fast, and fast he runs fast and fast car. So one is describing an action, the other one describes a noun. Good and well. Good and well. So good, here, this part, they are adverbs. This part, good is an, good is an adjective, well is an adverb. So good means it will describe a person or thing. Good boy, good dog, etc. And well will describe an action. And just simply people say well done, or it was done well. All right, some more things about adjectives which look like adverbs. You'll probably, or you may find it tricky with these words. Friendly. Friendly is an adjective. It's not an adverb because friendly is describing a person. For example, we can say that my friend is friendly, or he is friendly, she is friendly, the dog is friendly. And healthy. Healthy is also describing a noun. It doesn't describe a verb. He is healthy, she is healthy. And also it can be an adverb as well here. If we put she looks healthy or he looks healthy, then we say how healthy. So these two can be used as adjectives or as now adverbs as well. Let's put them in a sentence. She is friendly. Friendly. Oh, my dog is friendly. And he is. Yeah. Adjusts healthy food. So these two sentences here show you the adjective. Healthy is describing the food, which is a noun. And friendly is describing her, like a person, which is pronoun in this case, but we have linking verb is. It's still a person. Okay, and let's look now here. Dog looks friendly. Looks friendly. And he also looks healthy. Let it be looks. Okay, just in both cases, this word healthy is describing the verb. It's not describing a noun anymore. But there is no difference in writing. They look absolutely identical, adjectives and adverbs here. It's just the meaning they care. The meaning they have in a sentence is different. And the use of these words is different in a sentence. So there might be such tricky moments with these parts of grammar, but you have to look at the meaning or structure of the sentence. You have to look whether it describes a noun, it describes someone, a person, it describes a scene like big house, black cat, red rose, or it describes how something is happening, right? So because here we can put the question how the dog looks. It looks friendly. How my friend looks. He looks healthy, right? So if you put a question, you will get to know which part of grammar this is, whether it is an adverb or an adjective. Here, you can put a question which, or what type, what kind, what type of person she is, or is she, and she is friendly. What type of food or which food is this? This is a healthy food. So something like that. and it's just something to remember. But now let's look at the exercise, at the activities. Let's move on to the activities. Here, well, depending on the individuality, some students may find this subject very easy, like grammar topic, very easy. They may say this is very easy to understand. But the students I was teaching found this grammar to be very hard to understand, and they really struggle to do this activity, exactly this exercise. So let me just do it with you. You can pause this video and challenge yourself, do it on your own, or you can do it with me. Before I started to cross everything in red here. Okay. So Peter is a careful or carefully driver. Here you need to find out what this word describes. Okay. So if a word comes and you see that there is a noun here, this is a noun, before noun, you think that's definitely an adjective. And adjectives don't have suffix ly, most of them, right? Carefully, only some. And this is definitely careful. If you're not sure if there is an adjective with ly, like carefully, you go to a dictionary and check which part of grammar this is. Careful is an adjective and carefully is an adverb. That's what your dictionary tells you. So you just highlight careful. Then here, he drives very careful or carefully. Now you know that careful is an adjective and carefully is an adverb. And now you know what does it describe? It describes a verb here, right? A verb. So you know that only adverbs describe a verb, and you highlight this one with suffix ly. Now, number 2, turtles walk slowly or slow because they are slowly or slow animals. Think. Yes, turtles walk. So we describe the verb walk. This is a verb. That's why we need turtles walk how. Yes, we ask a question. How? Slowly, because only adverbs take suffix ly. Because they are slow animals, we describe the word animals. Animals is a noun. That's why we highlight this one, the adjective one, no suffix ly. Number 3, a cautious or cautiously person usually speaks cautious or cautiously. Right, think first. Look at what this word describes. It describes person. Person is a noun, right? So, right, no suffix ly here. Cautious. A cautious person usually speaks, and now you ask how he speaks. How is an adverb with suffix ly here. That's why you need cautiously. Number 4, they are quiet or quietly. Think what we describe. Verb to be here is not an action verb, so we are not describing to be, we are describing they. You have to be very, very clear here. You have to understand that the adjective is not describing the verb to be. It describes people or things. In this case, they. We're describing some people here. That's why we use adjective quiet, not quietly. Ly means adverb, and adverb describes an action, a verb. Like in this case, they are speaking quietly. Yes, right, because we are describing the verb are speaking. We always can put a question how to a verb, how something is done, quietly, cautiously, carefully, slowly, etc. Number 5, John plays very good or very well. Well, now you know that good is an adjective and well is an adverb. That's why we need an adverb. We are describing not John, we are describing the way he plays. He plays, so we are describing the verb very well. And now he is a good player or well player, because we are describing a noun here, and we put a question which, good, adjective. Same here, he did a brilliant or brilliantly exam. All right, if we were talking that he did an exam, how he did, we would say brilliantly, because we would be describing the word did. But there is a article a and the word exam after an adjective. That's why we need an adjective to describe the word exam. He did a brilliant exam. He passed the exam brilliantly. And now we are describing the way he passed the exam. We are describing the verb. And here it was the noun. Brilliantly. We had heavy snow or heavily snow yesterday. So, okay, we had, this is a verb, but what are we talking about here in this sentence? What are we describing? We're describing the word snow. What word is this? This is a noun. That's why we need the word heavy, not heavily. Here, it snowed. This is a verb, right? How it snowed, heavily, with suffix ly here, right? So this is your adverb. Now, he looked at me. How he looked at me? Angry or angrily? Yes, angrily, because we are describing the verb looked. He has a very angry look. He has a very. He has a look, so this is a noun, right? We need just the word angry. We slept comfortably or comfortable. We have only one verb here. That's why we need an adverb telling us how we slept. We slept comfortably in our which bed? Comfortable bed. Our comfortable bed. Adjective. He plays bad or badly. The way he plays we need to describe. That's why we need the suffix ly, because he's a bad or badly player. No badly anymore, so just bad player, because we're describing the player. Well, guys, hope this makes some sense. Hope you understand this grammar and not confused. So yeah, good luck with this grammar and bye for now.